some of those things come back to haunt you over time, and stuff like that. So, I'm not really sure, but I've been through a lot.
Hey, how y'all doing? What's going on? I'm so sad to report on this news. It's so heartbreaking. My heart goes out to Cassie. She had to endure this pain for a long time, ever since she was 19. And I think a 19 is a child still. And a 19 being with a 40-year-old, I just think that is just so disrespectful. I think it should never happen, okay? That man is twice her age, and he has so much power and influence. But I think it goes back to tradition. Traditionally, it was a custom for older men to get with young women so they can take advantage of them, so they can whoop them upside their head and not say anything. Because in the past tradition, in the patriarchy world, men used to do this to their women all the time and get away with it. And it was no laws that will, slap that man hand for hitting on his wife. It was legal and nobody even blinked an eye. Now we're in 2023 and the world has changed. We are in a different world where people can speak out against these men like Puff Daddy. And I'm so happy to live in this world. I would never want to live in that other world. The patriarchy needs to be tearing down. Okay. Because if this would have happened back in 1920 something or 1930 or 40 or 50, 60, they would have painted Cassie as a gold digger. Don't trust these women. You signed up for it. You should have left earlier. Nobody, they would have painted her such in a bad light in the old world. Now we are in a new world, and hey, things have turned. We're in a different world, so I appreciate that. And I know you guys have heard that Cassie, she took the money, $30 million, and that's her right. If she don't want to continue to talk about her story, that's her right. Whatever makes Cassie happy, I think it should be Cassie. This is her story. She is the victim in this story, and hey, I'm sure $30 million, it doesn't even equate to her youth. She lost her young years dealing with Puff Daddy, being a slave in his world, being beat like she was beaten, and hit in the face, kicked in the face, mentally disturbed. She has to live with that damage for the rest of her life. And to me, $30 million is just not enough. Okay. But if she's happy with it, or 100 million, whatever they say, the numbers change every single day. But I came across this video, and it states that Kim Lee, the model girl, which was with Russell, and they got at a young age. Kim was in her teens and Russell was twice the age. And can we just say, these men that are going after these young little girls that's 19, 20, 21, and they're like in their 30s and 40s, they're predators. Okay, it's just pedo vibes. The relationships never work. It just needs to stop. Honestly, it just needs to stop, and it's just sickening. And I hope that more women are speaking out, in boys, because I'm sure there's plenty of young boys that got with these older men as well. I hope y'all speak out and just tell on all their asses, okay? Let their asses have it, okay? Okay, they'll teach them, okay, to date their own age. It's like, nah. Yes, I ain't psyching. Fuck it. Okay, so I want to play this video, and I want you guys to react with it with me. I got this video from Misty, and it shows, Kim. They said Kimora Lee was really close friends with Kim Porter. They were best friends, and she is alleging that Puff Daddy took her out of here because she was going to tell a tell-all book on Puff Daddy. And I think it had way more to do than him being zesty or gay, or bi. And if this the reason because he want to cover up him being bi, deal, or whatever, we need to have a coming out month every weak for the black men in the community since there's so many DLs. Brothers, come on now. Okay, so no, I can't force your ass to come out. But hopefully the black community can provide space and comfortability for these black men to come on out and start holding hands like they want to and sucking dick in peace. Okay? Okay? Because I don't want you to have to get with these women that you don't want to be with and have to put pause on them because you're so frustrated because the world, you feel that the world dislike you, and maybe some of the world do dislike your ass, and you want to take it out on her. But I think it has way more to do with him just being zesty or gay or bi or whoever, whatever. I think it has a lot to do with his upbringing and his identity of what a man is to be so powerful. I think it has a lot to do with his ego. I think it has a lot to do with his pride and just his identity of what he feels like a man is. Because clearly he feels like a man could whoop everybody's asses and to take advantage of people and take people's money and just to be a bully out here in these streets. And and I think that goes to the old ways. I think traditionally and back in the day, powerful men were bullies. They were people that dominated. They were like gangsters in corporate America. They were gangsters in the streets, and nobody said anything. Nobody flinched because people praise those type of personalities and characters. And I think he got that play from the old world. And unfortunately, well, fortunately, this is the new world, and the Generation Z, they are correcting this shit. They are speaking out. They are no longer allowing the old world traditions to brainwash them with the foolery. Okay, and I'm here for it. So I want to watch this video. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel, The Messy Sweet Spot. I'm your host, Miss Messy, and let's watch this video.
Some of those things come back to haunt you over time, and stuff like that. So, I'm not really sure, but I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. Again, like, I'm sitting here with my kids in my house.
She posted this to her story: "As you sow, so shall you reap." I guess that's towards Diddy. And if you're wondering why would I guess, because back in 2004, Sean Diddy Combs allegedly threatened to hit Kamora Lee Simmons.
So it looks like Diddy has landed himself in some pretty hot water, because people are now coming out to speak their truth on his true nature, including Kamora Lee Simmons, who used to be best friends with Diddy's ex Kim Porter. So I'm hearing Kamora Lee brought some hard evidence to show how Diddy allegedly unalived Kim Porter because she was going to expose him for being a bad guy. And y'all, Kimora had a lot of tea to spill about Diddy, so let's break it down.
Ask yourself, why are these women, young women, not supportive or not really trying to hear that? Or what have they gone through? What have they seen that they, that has turned them off, or that has put a bad taste in their mouth? We've seen a lot lately.
Y'all, it looks like we're into the first season of Surviving Diddy, episode 5, because everybody is trying to expose the truth behind Diddy. Diddy might have rebranded himself as Brother Love, but word from the insiders has revealed that he has nothing close to love in real life. Now, in case y'all somehow missed all the tea, that Spence has now entered the chat to talk about Diddy and his relationship with her late BFF, Kim Porter. Now, before we get into Kim Porter, people started to add 2 and 2 together and realize just how badly Diddy treats women, especially those he was once in a relationship with. An old interview from his bodyguard Gene resurfaced, where Gene spoke about how he used to put hands on his baby mama and then girlfriend Misa Hylton.
I solved that for you, because Misa was out there. She was messing with the dude from EPMD. That's why Puff first beat her ass.
But she wasn't the only one, because his side piece Gina Hewen also revealed that Diddy treated her badly.
In the beginning, like the first 3.5 years, he was, the first 3-4 months, he was really nice, but then after that, he started being an asshole. So I say the first 3.5 years, he was mean to me.
So when you say mean, describe it.
He was like always belittling me and always like, he was like mentally, emotionally, and physically me.
Allegedly, he did the same thing to Kim Porter because there are several reports of how Diddy treated her. There are countless reports of Diddy putting hands on her, like this old interview where Jean spoke about how Diddy treated Kim so bad to the point where she finally started fighting back and defended herself.
One night, when they were at home at Kim's house on 110th Street, he wanted to, put his hands on her in the wrong way. And Kim took one of those corkscrews and ripped his wrist up and hit an artery. And when she did that, he had to rush over to St. Luke's Hospital.
Turns out that Diddy had a history of getting physical with Kim, and things were pretty insane. Now, some people are connecting the dots, thinking maybe Diddy had something to do with her passing. Now, what adds another layer to the mystery is that Kim was about to spill the tea in a tell-all book before she passed away. And get this, right after she passed, her place got broken into, and her laptop and some other stuff went missing. Suspicious much? Well, Jaguar Wright also hinted very strongly at this last year when she said,
Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. They have poisons that create heart attacks and pneumonia-like symptoms.
Even though Kim can't speak for herself anymore, she's got somebody in her corner, none other than her bestie, Kamora Lee Simmons. Kamora's been around the block after dealing with some shady men because she used to be married to Russell Simmons, and I'm sure y'all know about the accusations flying around about him. So word on the street is that Kimora was practically doing a happy dance when she caught wind of Cassie's lawsuit because she thought it was high time for him to face the music for his actions. The inside scoop is that Kimora has always had this gut feeling that Diddy had more to spill about Kim's passing than he's letting on. Kimora is convinced that Diddy is knee-deep in covering up the whole ordeal. But here's the kicker. Kimora was kind of bummed when Cassie backed out of the lawsuit, but she totally gets how tough it would have been for Cassie to put herself through that whole trauma again, especially in front of the world. It's like a messy roller coaster of a drama, and Kimora's not letting up on the quest for justice for her girl Kim. And just so the entire world knew that she still has Kim's back, she shaded Diddy publicly when she said, "As you sow, so shall you reap." Well, people are in full support of Kimora, and they've been tweeting stuff like, Kamora Lee Simmons has seen it all in this industry. She also is a staunch believer that Kim Porter's death was not pneumonia and tried to alert the authorities Diddy may have contributed to it. Those rumors were everywhere. If Kamora Lee spews, it's over for Diddy. Like, she was Kim Porter's bestie. Diddy is going down. He can't get everyone. And Kamora Lee Simmons has also been rumored to be making a case against Diddy as well. Kim was one of her closest friends, and she was the one that found her, so she knows Diddy is hiding something scary.
All right, so that is the video, and I just want to say, I'm so proud of all of the victims speaking out, and I think that victims, they have to fight for their rights. I think that victims all over the world, your voice is important, and they are going to try to take away your voice in the future. They don't like that these victims are speaking out against these powerful men that have so much money and so much control in America. It takes away these men power. So I would say victims, stay out, vote, do whatever you got to do to keep the voices of the victims to be heard, okay, and to get your payday, okay? All right, I'm out of here. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on another video. Bye.